Good morning, all. Yeah, I just had something that I wanted to talk about this morning and kind of share. Um, and I don't really know how this is going to come out, right? Because those that have watched any of my YouTube videos, you already know I be all over the place. And sometimes I just say whatever I feel like saying. All the time. Let's not even say sometimes. So, this morning, I would like to actually pose a question more so than anything else. And that question would be, what the hell do people be thinking about? Now, that question can be applied to a plethora of situations, right? Um, but particularly in terms of relationships, I would like to ask that question. What the hell do people be thinking about? And it becomes a very sticky conversation, right? The any answer that could be given, any, thought process that goes into it. Because sometimes people are doing things to get out. Like people are doing what they feel like they need to do. And sometimes getting out is a very hard process. And, you're trying to do it so it doesn't become a nasty, bitter situation. Other times, people are just doing things because they're dumb as hell, and things that don't make sense. They don't add up. They don't go together. Um, it brings to mind, even though this is not what the scripture was talking about, and I don't want to hear nobody go off on me about that because I already know this, but it brings to mind the portion of scripture that talks about letting your yea be yea and your nay be nay. Listen, if you're going to talk to me about being married and loving me in a forever kind of way, and you're not really clear on how to do that, or if you really want to do that, don't say the shit, because it's not going to make me care about you any less or any more. Now, if we start having conversations in the way of marriage and you agree, then know that that's what I'm looking for, especially if I tell you that that's what I'm looking for. Don't try to be somebody that you're not, or play a game that you're not really familiar with the directions, okay? Don't do that. Don't do that to other people, and don't allow people to do that to you. Now, people can say all day long, oh, everything is cute in the beginning, right? So everybody wants to be married, everybody wants to have a family and 2.5 kids, whatever the hell that is, and a white picket fence, wherever those are. Everybody wants that. But as you begin to delve into people and you begin to learn people and you begin to understand where people come from, you begin to understand people's reasoning, and you begin to decide that, you know what? I want those things, but not with this person. That is okay. That is okay. And it is okay to walk away if that's not somebody you want to be with. Yeah, you don't want to hurt them. Yeah, you don't want to be that person in their life. But listen, you would save them so much more than trying to be a Superman or a Superwoman to somebody that you ain't got to be super, that you don't want to be super for. Not that you ain't got to, but you don't want to be super for them. You want to be super for somebody who is perfect sometimes, and that doesn't exist, right? And you want to be in a relationship with somebody that's got it all together, but you know what? That doesn't happen because everybody is walking around here pretty much blind. Pretty much. And if you start choosing people that have certain types of morals and certain types of values that don't align with yours, oh, let me tell you, the hell is going to come. It's going to happen. And then you're going to find yourself trying to make this person into somebody that they're not. So, at any rate, don't tell people that you want to marry them and you want to have these 2.5 children with them and these white picket fences and you want to take vacations and you want to do things when really all you're trying to do is further create some sort of what do I want to say? It's like you're trying to create some sort of better image of yourself. So funny. I was reading a post by my sister. Hey, Ashley Boo. I was reading a post that she posted this morning about, yesterday, I think, about why men cheat on loyal women. And it began to make me think about a lot of situations in my life, especially my previous marriage. It made me think about relationships of friends. And it's so true. And it's not just men cheating on women, it's women cheating on men too. Sometimes, right? Sometimes the cheating is evolves from a lack of self. Right? So you feel like you need to fill all of these voids, right? Because there's other things in life that you've not addressed with self, but you want to try and find in somebody else. And that's not how any of this works. Let us all work on ourselves so that when we come to someone, we don't come out with the first thing being, oh, I'm trying to marry you. I'm going to be with you forever. I'm trying to give you this life. I want this and this and this and this and that with you. Get to learn people first. Because sometimes you bind yourself to situations. You make yourself contractually obligated. I just wanted to say that. Not that that makes you contractually obligated. But you do begin to bind yourself to people that you should not be binding yourself with. And it kind of is one of those things, listen, I hate cliches, right? I don't like them. I think that they're overrated and I think that they're stupid sometimes. But sometimes, they come in handy. It's like, just, it's so frustrating for me. And it's just so many things that I wish could just come out in this conversation. I know we was just talking about cliches, but at any rate, like, just love you before you try to love somebody else. Know you before you try to know somebody else. Give yourself the things that you want and need before you try to give all of you away. Okay? Okay? And that's a tap on my own shoulder as well. Find somebody that really, really, really loves you. And don't be out here being extra thirsty because you feel like, your left ovary about to go out. Don't do that. Okay, ladies? Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because that ain't cute either. And guys, stop leading these women into thinking that you want something that you don't want. Listen, if your life isn't set up in terms of you being ready for marriage, then just say that. Listen, I just want to sleep with you. How do you feel about that? At least give her the right to tell you, nigga, no. Okay? You don't have to. Man, there's so many people out here that will give you free vagina. There are so many people out here that will give you free penis. I'm not saying whether that's right or wrong. I'm just saying there are people that exist like that. Like, you don't have to try to trample and stomp on and take all of the blood pumping from somebody's heart to hurt them. Why? Now, even if you're one of those bitter people that happened to you, realize that nothing good is going to come to you until you get yourself together. Sir, ma'am and sir. Okay? Because that's not how any of this works. It doesn't take you lying to someone to feel vindicated in whatever way that you need to feel vindicated. Be honest with people. Be upfront with people. Live in your own truth. Be ready to take on yourself before you take on someone else. And that could be relationships, friendships. Hey, if you know that you suck as a friend, be sucky in a corner by yourself. Okay? If you know that you suck at relationships, try to get yourself some assistance with those places that you suck in. It's okay. Be honest with yourself. Listen, because you can't find healing and you cannot find help until you're really ready to be honest with you. Because you have to find those things in you. Whether that be through God, whether that be through whatever it is that you're into, like whatever, you need to find you before you start trying to attach yourself to other people. Stop lying to folks. Love you guys.